Good evening and welcome to Hedingham's BBC School Report. I'm Ted Collins.
And I'm Jack Stafford Baker. And today we have some very special guests who have done some very special things.
Yes, we do, Jack. On the show today, we are interviewing the karate crazy Isla Scott and the fantastic fundraisers Jake Smith and Brendan Barris-Crowe.
Yes, we are. Over to Oscar for our first interview.
Thank you, Ted and Jack. Well, today I'm joined by a very special guest. Welcome, Isla, to Hedingham School News Report. It's good to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. Thank you for having me.
So, how old were you when you started karate and how did you get interested in it?
Well, I started karate when I was 6 years old, and my parents wanted me to learn some self-discipline and self-control. And from there, that's what it was intended to be. But it grew up and took part and became something much greater than just a hobby to learn more control.
And how many times do you train a week?
Well, I train karate base twice a week, but I also do some extra fitness classes at the weekend, and I teach some of the younger students as well, which also helps learn my training and I'm getting that extra practice in as well.
And how old were you when you started your first competition?
7, 8 maybe.
And I know you have a black belt, and for someone as young as you, that is a very good achievement. So how long did it take you to get the black belt?
Must have taken 6, 7 years. I think that's how long. I was 12, so yeah, 6, 7 years.
And quite recently you had a competition in Italy. So how did you feel on the way to the tournament?
Well, considering it was such a big achievement and accomplishment to get there, I couldn't enjoy Italy or the surroundings or the scenery because all I could think about was what to come. So the only thing I could feel was nervous.
And then how did you feel when you won a silver medal in Italy?
Happy doesn't begin to explain it because it was the best moment I've had. Walking up to get a silver medal at the World Championship was just amazing.
Can you tell me about your previous achievements and how hard you worked to achieve them?
Well, a couple of months before we went to Italy, in Sheffield, it was the English National Championship, and I managed to secure my title of English champion by winning a gold medal in fighting. And then right at the beginning of the year, at the same competition, I only won a bronze medal. So from the 2 different time slots, I think the extra training and the hard work and my aspiration to improve is what helped me receive a gold medal.
Thank you for appearing on our report today, Isla. We wish you luck in future competitions. Now back to Ted and Jack in the studio.
Wow, incredible stuff, alright Ted?
Yes, amazing. But now we must move on to the fantastic Jake and Brendan, who have done multiple things to raise money for cancer research. We are now off to Riley, who is interviewing this amazing duo.
Hello, I'm here with Jake Smith and Brendan Barris-Crowe. Thank you for taking time to speak to us. I'd like to first talk about your Just Giving page, as I saw that you've raised over £400 for cancer research UK. Could you tell me why you decided to do this?
Well, about 4 years ago, we lost a close friend of ours to a brain tumour, Aaron Tosh. And personally, we both lost close family members. I lost my grandfather to a brain tumour, and Brendan.
I lost my nan to this cancer that spread across our body, and my granddad, who also had a tumour.
So we just kind of, one day we just sat there and we started chatting about everything we've been through, and then we just had a brainwave and decided to do something.
Yeah.
So
We just wanted to give back.
Thank you for discussing your experiences of this awful disease. How much money do you hope to raise, and how can we possibly reach?
Well, we're hoping to raise up to £1,000. It's a big target.
ambitious.
I'm very ambitious. But we've done 2 tasks, which was to dye our hair and to save it off. So yeah, walking about in public. And then our 3rd task is to do a skydive, which will hopefully raise a bit more money.
And why did you choose skydiving as opposed to other sports?
Well, I know someone who's done a charity skydive before, and I've always wanted to do it. I mean, we're not big fans of heights, and we thought, well, what will get people to donate more? Us looking terrified, so we decided to do something like that.
What can you do extra than jumping out of a plane?
Yeah, that's the idea.
What other activities could you do in the future to help raise money?
Well, that's a good question, I think. We could do other tasks, maybe. Like,
So,
ideas of doing cycling, charitable runs and stuff like that?
Well, we once had a discussion before we did the skydive that we were gonna do 500 miles cycling, and we realised we didn't go away in summer, so we didn't have the time. But in the future, we'll probably end up doing something very similar to that, maybe even running a half marathon or something. So.
Is there anything you'd like to say to anyone that has donated to you?
I would like to thank them very much because it means a lot, even if it's a small amount or a large amount. It means a lot that they're donating to our cause and just,
yeah, we'd like to say just a big thank you, really. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jake and Brendan, for sharing your story. Back to you, Jack.
Wow, thank you, Riley. What an inspiring and emotional tale about two incredible and dedicated people who have raised a lot of money for those who have suffered and lost from this horrible disease.
I know, Jack, and now another emotional story about a smart and brilliant man who passed away a couple of days ago, Professor Stephen Hawking. We have our resident science expert, Izzy Parker, to talk about this wonderful man.
I'm here today to talk about the death that caused the world to lose one of the greatest minds in scientific history. Stephen Hawking died yesterday on the 14th of March 2018. He is known for Hawking Radiation, his best-selling book, A Brief History of Time, a movie titled The Theory of Everything, which is about his life, the battle with ALS, and many more. He died peacefully at his home in Cambridge in the early hours of the morning. He will always be remembered for his great contribution to the world of science. I'm Izzy Parker on Hedingham School News. Back to Jack and Ted.
Such a sad loss of an amazing man who did such incredible things in the field of science. Now, to talk about the science of the sky, here's our resident weather wizard, Aaron, with the weather.
Thank you, Jack, and here's the latest forecast. Tonight we are going to have highs of 11 degrees and lows of 6 degrees. There will be a chance of rain, but as we head into 6 o'clock the rain should clear up a bit, showing clear skies. Moving on to Friday, we will have sunny, cloudy skies and a chance of rain. Friday should have highs of 11 degrees but chilling lows of -2 degrees. We haven't seen the last of the freezing temperatures yet, I'm afraid. However, there is a better chance of seeing some sunshine. Saturday will have high pressures across Scandinavia and easterly winds which will make the day feel even colder. Saturday should have a temperature range of 0 to -3 degrees. There will be a risk of sleet or snow. That's your weather. Back to you, Jack and Ted.
Thank you, Aaron. This has been the BBC School Report. I've been Ted Collins.
And I've been Jack Stafford Baker. And good night.